So I saw Doctor Strange. Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Prosick and this is the So I Saw show. And yes, this is still a thing. I was caught in a bit of a portal to another dimension the past couple months. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things. Now, a couple things to kick things off with. If you've never seen the So I Saw show before, what I like to do is talk about the goods, talk about the bads, consider adding a new segment, which it's sort of a spin-off of a podcast that I recently started called Film Tweakers. If you'd like to check that out, you can check it out on the same feed as the Entertainment Buffet podcast. So, a little segment where there's a few things I would tweak about Doctor Strange. Let's kick things off with the good things about this movie. First good thing, it's the same good thing that pretty much everyone's been saying, is the visuals in this film. Scott Derrickson brings some amazing fucking visuals in this film. I'm not one who particularly cares about visuals. I'm trying to get a job in writing or directing, so I like the story, I like the characters, I like more dramatic moments. But I couldn't help but just be amazed on how this film is very, very trippy. It's very weird. Let's talk about the cast. A lot of people have been freaking out about this cast. For the most part, I enjoyed most people on this cast. The standouts for me personally were Tilda Swinton, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Not that Benedict Cumberbatch was bad, however, I do see some people finding a little bit of the flaws in his accent, which just makes me curious. Why not just make Doctor Strange British? But I know that some comic book fans will be like, oh, he's American. Something I never really quite bring up with Marvel movies before, and something I really enjoyed of this movie was the score. Yes, this score was done by a guy named... going to probably butcher his name also, named Michael Giacchino. He's done films like Incredibles and Inside Out for Pixar. He's also done the newer Star Trek movies. He did Jurassic World. So yeah, the score in this movie was really great. It had a little bit of a different ring to it, but I like that. It felt more... it made more sense for the Doctor Strange character. So now, let's move on to the bad side of things. The first bad thing, and this is one of my biggest fears going into this movie, is that it's another origin story. This origin story, it felt like they really rushed into it, like they really wanted to get into the magic, get into him being Doctor Strange, and that's fine, but I almost wish that they decided to go a bit of a different route, like Deadpool, where he's just already Doctor Strange, and show it in flashbacks or something. I understand that for general audiences why they need to do it, but I feel like in order to avoid both franchise and superhero comic book movie fatigue, we need to continue to tackle these origin stories in a new way. Just want to get to where we're supposed to be. There's an age-old writing lesson that we're taught is like, don't start before the scene, start in the middle of the scene. Another bad thing is that at the beginning, the first 30 minutes, it felt like it just flew by, and not in a good way. The characters were just speaking at each other. You weren't even really able to enjoy a scene, enjoy character development. It was just like bing, bang, boom, here he is, he's doing magic now. The thing I thought I would never say about a Marvel Cinematic Universe film is that there's a little bit too much humor. Doctor Strange had some really funny moments. It's not that they weren't funny, it's just that there were some odd places for them that they didn't quite make sense. And last bad thing I'll talk about, and this has been a big problem with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and something that I really think DC could capitalize on, is that Marvel has a problem on what to do with their villains. Mads Mikkelsen as this villain, he did not do a bad job. I don't think he was bad. I actually liked the reason why his villain was doing the things he was doing. He had an actual legitimate reason. There was a little bit of backstory just kind of said in exposition on why he's doing what he's doing, but we weren't able to see that. Show us, don't tell us. So there's a new little tiny section I'm going to put on the show here that is kind of like a little teaser for what the Film Tweakers podcast is going to be. I'm going to pick two moments in this film that I really wish they really would have tackled on. I believe if they, from a storytelling perspective, expanded on these and maybe cut some of the action sequences or some of the other backstory, I really think it would have helped. One moment they did that is when he's driving before his accident. One of his coworkers is calling him about taking some surgeries and he is denying them. One little moment he says is like, well, that sounds too hard, I don't want to hurt my record. That's a great little kernel of a story, is that he's too afraid of letting someone die. He's too afraid. It was such a subtle moment that I really wanted them to dive deeper into. There is a scene where Mads Mikkelsen has some henchmen that he's trying to kill Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange has to kill him or he'll be killed. And there's this great moment where he's talking to Chiwetel Ejiofor, he's talking to Tilda Swinton and some people, and he's saying like, when I became a doctor to heal people, to save lives, not to take them. I don't want to take lives. And I thought, like, that's a great moment. He doesn't want to do the surgeries because he's afraid of taking lives. He doesn't want to kill henchmen, even if they're murderers, because he wants to save lives. It's right in front of you, Marvel. It's right in front of you, writers. As I said, to sum up everything, given my overall rating, yes, Doctor Strange is an enjoyable film. I'm glad I paid to see it on a big screen to see those visuals. Yes, I definitely think it could have been better. There were for sure flaws. So I'm going to give it my number 2 rating, which is I'm glad I saw it in theaters. Probably buy it on DVD one day, but no rush. What did you guys think of Doctor Strange? Where would you rank it in your MCU movies? Please comment below. I would love to know maybe your MCU rankings. My plugs out of the way. Please subscribe to the Entertainment Buffet channel. We have tons of new content coming your way, including sketches, original web shows. Please subscribe so you do not miss out. And now you saw the Soy Sauce Show.